Chronological Bible in a Year Reading Plan, Day 15. Today we finished the book of Job. We saw God continue his response and then Job respond to God. God used two examples to highlight his greatness. First, the behemoth, and then the Leviathan. What are those? I don't know. People have argued and speculated since all time, but I would argue that I don't know, and I don't need to know. God knows. And that's just a sign of his greatness. And we see Job respond at the beginning of verse 42. I know you can do anything. No plan of yours can be thwarted. You asked, who is this who conceals my counsel with ignorance? Surely I spoke about things I did not understand, things too wondrous for me to know. How often do we fall into the same trap that Job did, speaking out of ignorance, things we don't understand, things too wondrous for us, trying to make ourselves look good in comparison to God, when ultimately we just need to look to God and accept, as Job did, that we may have heard of him, but now Job has seen him and realizes what he's been missing. But God forgives Job as Job repents in dust and ashes, and then God even says, I'll forgive your friends. Have them make these sacrifices, pray on their account. And we see Job acting essentially as a priest for them as they come and they sacrifice and they confess, and God forgives. And then God turns and gives Job a double portion of what he had before. And don't get me wrong, this is not a prosperity gospel promise. And even if it was, I wouldn't want to go through what Job did to get it. I would rather learn contentment with what I have. But we see God taking care of those who love him. So how can we maybe come to the understanding Job has without going through the suffering and the pain that Job went through? Maybe today you should pause and just dwell on what God has done in and for you and take time to think and praise God for those things. And then come back tomorrow as we return to Genesis. I'm looking forward to it. And until then, God bless.